Hello guys, I just thought I'd put this video up. There's been lots of stuff pretty bad put up about farming lately, and they're trying to paint us all as bad people, which most of you know we're not. And I was looking around the internet a bit, and I found some really true stuff, where the climate ministers and people in charge of the finances in Scotland are being interviewed by Scottish MPs. I think it was on the Scottish Sun YouTube channel. Go and have a look. You'll be amazed at how corrupt these politicians are. And this is exactly the same as what's going on in Wales, especially, because they're basically attached at the hip. Now, for the last 2 or 3 years, I think it's the last 2 years, Scottish agricultural budget has been cut by 60 million. So I think it was 31 million a year. It was ring-fenced money that was supposed to go to the agricultural budget, and that goes to help young farmers starting up and things like that. And that's why it's called ring-fenced. Now, for 2 years running now, that has been, basically they cooked the books to say that it was going there, which it hasn't been. It's just disappeared. So 62 million has been disappeared. And when they're asked the question, they basically fumble it and lie. Now, I'll put in the description below the actual interview. I'll put 2 interviews in, one from that and another one from the 750 million that they've done the same thing with from selling wind farm plots in the sea. Now, when she was being questioned by the Scottish MPs about where all this money was going, they couldn't answer it. So in the end, they let something slip. And this was the fact. There is 4.7 billion, yes, billion pounds in a new climate budget in Scotland, which is more than they can afford. So they're taking all this ring-fenced money off other areas and putting it into that. Fraudulently. Now, 750,000 was taken out of the budget for selling leases on the sea for wind farms. So 750 million. And you remember there's 4.7 billion they've got to make up. So out of that 4.7 billion, you have to remember they could choose to put that into the NHS, bringing you cheaper electricity. They could choose to do a lot of it to help the poor in society, but instead it goes on this champagne socialist agenda to tax me and you thousands a year. I think in the UK, it's £5,000 a year extra tax for everybody until 2030. Now go and look that all up, it's all true. Anyway, the same thing has happened in Wales, but it's not the same amount. I'm sure, just off the top of my head, 20 million disappeared a couple of years ago. So they've been doing the same thing in Wales. They took the same amount off the agricultural budget, and they're taking it off everything else, and they got billions that they're spending on this new climate budget, and they're taking that off the NHS, they're taking it off all the ambulance service, taking off your dental service, taking it off. In my area of Wales, mid Wales, you can't even keep the swimming pools open because they don't want to heat them. So with all that happening, all the cuts of everything, elderly people can't get appointments to go and have their hips done. They're putting billions into a fund that's unfunded. So you go and ask your MPs, you go and ask your people in charge where all this money's going, because it should be going to the NHS, or especially the bit they took off my farming community should be going there. That bit goes to help young farmers, help set up. That's what that was for, but that's been long gone. These people are crooks, in my opinion, and they should be sorted out. Anyway, that's my Gaza thing of the day. I will put the links in the description below of the 2 bits I found out about this, and you listen to it, and they're being questioned by MPs. It's none of it lies. You'll be amazed at what's been going on. And remember, this is happening in Wales. So over and out, and don't listen to the hype.